What are you even doing right now?
I'm writing the script for my final respawn video.
Why would you even do that? You know you fail every time.
Because I'm in the top 30 and I want to tell my journey of my invitationals.
Why should that even matter? You're not even gonna win. You're gonna fail.
You didn't see how much I've grown over the past couple of years. No matter how many times I failed, I still come back.
No matter how many times you fail, you are still gonna be the same person. You will fail every time. Nobody will even care.
You know, you're just negative thoughts and I can just ignore you. You don't control me anymore.
Why would you even want to do that at all?
Because I'm happy. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. I want to be a Respawn partner. I've always wanted to since the day that I met Respawn.
Well, you gotta tell your story, and I don't know how you're even gonna do it. But I believe in you.
Well, trust me. The world will know my story. You don't have to worry about that at all.
Thank you, Lexi. You're keeping up on our promise. You're doing me justice.
Thank you. I will try. For you.
Go get him, Lexi. Since 2021, I've been a part of every recruits, and each time I've come up short. But every time I learned something new. I've come back with a fresh outlook and fresh ideas on how I approach things, and this year was no different. It doesn't matter to me if I fail or succeed. What matters is if I stay true to myself. My resilience is better than my resistance. And when I fail, I'll just get right back at it. This is my story of my invitational journey. A story of change, growth, and self-acceptance. I spent so long in my head saying that I would never make it, but I had to put those thoughts behind me and know that I have what it takes to be a Respawn partner. These weeks have tested me to a degree that I did not know I could be tested. I stepped so far out of my boundaries. I've learned more about myself in content creation than I ever had. And I decided from the start of this that I wanted to step outside my comfort zone, network even more, and meet tons of new people. Each week brought a variety of challenges that tested myself, my content, and how I approach each test. Every time I wanted to try to stand out. Every year prior, I just did what I saw others do. But I was ready to show what was me. That truly showed my creativity. I wanted to prove that I had what it takes. I didn't need fancy edits. I didn't need a big community. I can stand with everybody else. My creativity is what I'm known for. And what would I be without it? I showed love and compassion to all, and I couldn't lose sight of that either. I needed to keep sight of who I was. Each week, I put my own spin on a challenge, pushing myself beyond what I've done in the past. For example, when I collaborated with the Mask Recruits, I've never been comfortable with my voice, let alone my singing voice. But it was so fun to be a part of, and now I've done a cover of a Hasman Hotel song, and I have plans to do other covers with my friends. And it also makes me want to restart my voice training. So pushing myself can bring changes that I never would have thought otherwise. I've shown others what made me happy, and I shared my past. But every part of my life has led me to where I am now. Everyone has a story that can inspire others. They can look up to you, and that's all I want to do. So let me inspire you and share my story. During this first week, I wanted to come out of the gate swinging. I wanted to produce an introduction video of who I am and show them why I'm here. And that was actually the challenge for that week. I already done it before it was even announced. This gave me times to meet and establish new friends and make some new collabs, such as the big Minecraft server, the mass recruits, and even more. It also gave me time to work on my first long-term edited VOD, playing on a zombies map that I never played. I posted even more shorts and TikToks that I never would have had time to produce otherwise. This week allowed me to get to know the recruits, and now I would say some of them are my friends. This week really taught me time management. It's not something that I have ever been good at. Doing things last minute has just always been me, but I wanted to be meticulous this time. As someone who works a lot of overnights, I don't have a lot of time, but it really taught me how to manage my time properly. And also during this week, my confidence started to show. Sharing my voice, posting pictures of my IRL face, I never actually would have done it if it wasn't for the recruits. Week 2 was one of the bigger challenges for me that I faced. I wanted to step out of my boundaries of what I knew my comfort zone was and push it even further beyond what I thought was possible for me. I did so many collabs with teaching, learning, and testing others. My collaboration with 2Player Slayer and teaching them how to be a VTuber and giving them knowledge that I had, I was so humbled that they came to me for help. I always wanted to guide others to being VTubers because it helps me with my insecurities. And I know there are others that are insecure that being a VTuber can help. Each game in each collab, I was learning something new about myself. I was learning what games I actually enjoyed and what games I enjoyed playing. And learning from others that taught me their editing styles or what they love to do. And I also got to share the love of some of my games, and it makes me happy that others enjoyed it as much as I enjoy them. During this week, I also wanted to help Frosty with his mental health podcast and share my story. As a transgender woman in content creation, I have a lot of insecurities, but I met Frosty back in 2023 recruits and we became quick friends, and he was one that I was rooting for the whole time. When the invitationals were announced, he was the one who recruited me for one of his picks, and I couldn't be more taken aback, but he saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself. But sharing with him and coming out to the public about me and my story was so far out of my comfort zone. And also him telling me the fact that I helped him open his eyes to understanding the trans community, it made me realize that I have an impact on others. And that's what I want to do. I want to have an impact, be someone that can be a light in hope for LGBTQIA people and the trans community. Week 3 was the biggest challenge that I have ever faced. I was tasked to tell my story of content creation, and to be honest, I didn't really want to share my past before I was Lexi. However, that part of my life is still me, and it is vital to my story because he started on our journey and I was here to keep it going. Trying to come up with the idea of how I was going to do the video was very difficult, and conveying your story is always difficult no matter what. But I had to face it head on, and thankfully an idea came to me while watching YouTube. Markiplier's Draw My Life came up and it gave me the inspiration to do that. I'm a creative person and I'm pretty decent at art, so sharing my story via little sketches, it was perfect for me. And by the end, I felt relieved to tell my story. But there was something gnawing at me. My insecurities were really high. Watching everybody else's amazing stories start to make me second guess. If I did the right thing, should I have done something different? Is my story good enough? Did I tell enough? And I was really going through the emotions. But I asked a couple of friends to help guide me, and they showed me that the video I did was amazing and inspirational to others. And they were right. And I had to believe it. Because I did. And what I did, it made everything so much easier. And honestly, I can't thank Kublias and Elder enough. they helped me get through it. I was also having a very difficult week. I was having a difficult time with my body image and having heavy dysphoria days that just weighed me down. But I knew I had the strength to push through what was going on. And just tell myself in my head, this is me, this is who I am, and this is who I'm meant to be. I'm happy where I am and how far I've come. This week, and this is the final challenge. Do I have what it takes to be a respawn partner? I believe I do. I've shown so much growth not only through this invitational, but each year prior. My first recruits, I didn't even make the first cut. And the next two, I've reached top 100. And this time, I'm going all the way because I finally believe in myself. I believe I have what it takes. I face adversities and challenges every step of the way, but I've overcome them all. This is my chance to prove that I have what it takes to be a respawn partner. And why do I want to be a respawn partner? To me, being a respawn partner, it's not just about your content, but it's about how you present yourself and your love and compassion to your community and games. It's about helping others, getting to know your friends and other creators. People can look up to you and know that they're safe and loved knowing you. And I always wanted to create a safe and secure environment for my community. Have an open door policy where all are safe to share with me their issues and problems. Give people that escape from the real world for a while, and because it's tough and challenging. As someone who's a transgender content creator, I face challenges and adversity each and every day. Constant DM and hate messages, but even faced with this, I never let it break me down. If I give in to the hate, I'm not only failing myself, but others who cheer me on and support me. I wish to help others like me. That's why I want to be a partner. For not only just the awesome chairs and desks, but a brand of constant and unrelenting support for their family and beyond. That's what brought me to Respawn in the first place. I used to be lost with no sense of self, but I was renewed with Respawn. And for the past 4 years of being a part of the Respawn fam, I met some lifelong friends and people that I can come to for advice and just enjoy my time with those people. I want to be a part of this amazing family and support others. Being that dynamic of positivity and light when faced with constant challenges and still looking at the world with a smile, that's what I want to be, and that's who I am. I'm Lexi, the girl strong enough to not only change herself, but also to try to change the world. So this was my story, and I hope you all really enjoyed it. I know there wasn't any fancy edits, and that's how I wanted to present myself. This is me, and this is how I'm gonna be. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all real soon. I love you all. Goodbye.